Hey guys, this is Javier Martinez. This is episode 20 of Xuco UnderGround. We've made some changes. We're broadcasting from the glass box. We have Diego Martinez and Victor Soto from LosVisionaries co-hosting. Today we're featuring Gibes. He's a street artist, tattoo artist, just artist in general. We also have Zyme One and Metafisix as FuyaRadio, and OneManJazz as our musical guest. Thanks for listening. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, iTunes, Stitcher Radio, www.xucounderground.com. And don't forget, Xuco is spelled with an X. Xuco Underground.
Okay, so what's your name?
Hi, Diego.
Hi.
My name is Gibes.
Hi, Gibes. So since I was a little kid and, being an artist now, looking up to some of looking up to my brother and his friends and knowing you and Phobia, growing up, someone that's been doing this for 2 decades in El Paso, and we're all barely beginning, how, shit. I don't even know where I'm going with this. We could edit this shit, right? Cool. Okay, so yeah, man, it's cool to have you here. Welcome to Glassbox.
Thank you.
So what are your crews
My
that you represent?
Well, to start off, my name is Gibes, and thank you for having me.
Yeah.
My crews, well, you know what? I started doing graffiti early on, and my crews have changed, I guess, early on. I started back in 94, maybe, to actually produce finished product walls as far as, like, you know, a theme and background, graffiti, stuff like that. My initial crews were STK, Sworn to Kill. That was a central area crew back in the 90s, mid 90s to late 99. I used to write Link, Link for STK. And that was really cool, you know. I don't know, growing out of that and growing into more evolved art, as I think I've been doing portraits and paintings and more custom art on people's walls and stuff like that. I've evolved into like other crews, which I am part of now, which are like BYOB, also known as the Border Youth Out Beautifying Project. We're a non-profit organization on our good side. We do a lot of cool shows like the Borderland Jam once a year. We are the BYOB guys, Border Youth Out Beautifying. Also, you know, we
Who's in BYOB?
BYOB, oh man, we are a crew that runs through most of the U.S. now. We have members from California all the way to New York, everything in between. We are Southwest, but more importantly, we started in El Paso, in 915. So we are proud El Paso representatives of our art, of our underground work that we do, and we've always, you know, been proud to say, like, yeah, whatever crews we're in, whether international ones like the one I'm also in, RTD, Rebels Till Death, an organization started in Denver, Colorado, took into San Antonio, and here in El Paso, you know, managed by me and my other homies. Those are the main crews, you know.
Yeah. And how did you get the name Gibes? Since you started off as Link, how do you go from Link to Gibes?
You know, that's a funny story, man. Actually, I was in high school as a sophomore, and during middle school to high school, I used to write Link. But during that period of doing graffiti in the 90s in El Paso, you know, there was no internet. There was no sharing pictures. There was no. You were only as shown to the public as you are strong in your flyers or on your art on walls, and whatever looked like crap immediately frowned upon, like the same way you do on Instagram nowadays. You just scroll, you know what I mean, or you stand out and you actually take it further. Keep pushing your art. To me, pushing my art wasn't just so much like, you know what I mean? It wasn't so much.
It was just paint.
It was just paint.
I remember we were at Blackbird, and it was me, you, Nick, Victor, and you know, we had a few cocktails, non-alcoholic beverages, and we were talking about how it's just paint at the end of the day, man. You know, like it's one thing that you.
But it also, with just it being paint, it also unifies people, artists, directors, anything and everything that somebody takes, you know, with your heart to do. And when you're just a painter, it's really cool to be sitting in a room full of other different type of artists. Because to be an artist, you don't just have to grab acrylic paint and, you know, smudge it here and there. Yeah. Also, the artist is the guy who's behind the camera, who is managing the music, the DJs, the breakdancers. You know what I mean? The people that give it soul and emotion. That's cool.
Who are some people that inspired you, or you know, coming up, or in the beginning, when you had a did you have a mentor growing up, or someone that you looked up to, or was it all just kind of on your own?
Oh man, definitely. I look up to people still. I can't do any type of artwork without it not have an influence from people that I've obviously looked up to and always thought highly, you know what I mean? I've always been humble that way. Like, you have to be in order to stay in this game, because there is no money. You do it out of your love, out of humility, if you make money, that's cool, but you know what I mean? More than anything, 99% of it needs to be heart.
Yeah.
So I've looked up to a lot of people, and I've also been pretty comfortable that, you know, I can also, you know, push my own weight and not just depend on anybody else's style. I can do my own style and push that, and that.
And your style is pretty. I mean, I would say it's pretty universal. I mean, I know you've hit up Atlanta. I think you're in Atlanta. I know you're pretty. Is that one of your favorite spots, or do you have any other favorite cities that you like to?
You know what? I've traveled a lot and to a lot of different places. Yeah. Mostly people know me for my trips to Atlanta, though, for the work I've done out there and my friends out there, GNS crew, Goonies. You know, just having connections like that, I think is always part of that empowerment that we all give each other as far as artists, because there is no money if you're not doing it for the brotherhood, for the friendship, for the love of paint, to put some cool artwork out there. You know, that's where you start declining, and you know, you're just.
So someone coming up as an artist, you know, as a graffiti artist, you know, someone that's, you know, has seen your stuff or seen, you know, stuff recent or whatever, and wants to start, you know, and they're 19, they're 18, they're 25, I don't know.
Oh yeah.
But you know, any advice you have?
Like words of encouragement,
you know, or you know, even like the hardest thing about it, you know.
You know, we're all fish on the same pool. Hang out with the sharks, do the shark thing. Like, you have to have your love. If you are not tough in this game, or any game for that matter, you're just obsoleted immediately. You're just one more out of 100. There's a million graffiti writers. Nowadays, everybody does spray paint. Everybody does weed paste. Everybody does this and everybody does that, and tattoos, and everybody does everything. If you don't stand out, if you don't have heart behind it, it's going to show immediately. And so always have heart, you know what I mean?
No, and it's cool that you say tattoos, because you know, there's a graffiti world and there's a tattoo world, and I know you've dabbled in both. And what's the difference between the graffiti art and then being a tattoo artist, or you know, having done tattoos? You know, what's the difference?
That's a tough question. You know what? More than finding differences between them, I found a lot of similarities. I guess to me, like finding the similarities in graffiti and in tattoo world, as far as applying yourself heavily and always making yourself look and be better and more productive and stuff, you know, they hold more similarities than they do differences. That's probably why I'm in the same genre of graffiti art, painting, you know, murals for all sorts of venues, nightclubs, bars, whatever it is, birthdays, weddings. I've painted everything for everyone at every moment. And that's really cool, you know. There's more similarities to it than anything.
No, and you say, so you brought up the annual show that you do with the BYOB crew. Any other shows you have?
Borderland Jam.
Borderland Jam, yeah.
Borderland Jam. My main, I guess, placements and being into like my art scene is the Borderland Jam, main one. Also Red Skull Tattoo Shop, like the shows that we provide from our tattoo shop, and you know, those are the main ones. I have a lot of solo gigs all the time. I'm always painting little solo gigs here and there. I love to do, how do you say combination? Like when you paint with somebody else?
Collabos?
I love to do collaboration work with other people. That's always really cool. I'm always looking forward to work with somebody else. If you are amazing, like I want to work with you. You know what I mean? Like I do. It's just how I feel.
And the final question, do you have a favorite word and why?
My favorite word?
Yeah.
You can see I have my wife with me today.
Good answer. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what that means.
You know what? I guess my favorite word, respect. Respect is always a good one. You come.
You heard it from OG Gibes himself.
With respect into anyone's home, and you show love and you show respect and you handle yourself with a good character, you paint well, you do your art well, you do your canvases well, and it reflects. Your respect to everyone else reflects on your work. And those that can see it is a beautiful thing.
Amen.
Can I
Break time. No, we have like 10 more. Half time.
What does the girlfriend have to say?
Fuck it, right? All right, cool. So we're still recording. Fuck it.
All right. Let me just say one more thing, dude.
No, dude, you can keep saying, man. Keep
Okay.
saying.
Well,
We got 10 minutes.
also, just so we know, the Borderland Jam is going to be October 7th through the 9th. It's going to be a 3-day event this year, 2016, on Cotton Street, close to the border town. Here in El Paso, we provide on our own. Take it, we're only about 10 members. Much similar to a lot of other art organizations in El Paso. We all pitch in from our own heart. We find it somewhere to provide porta potties, to provide vendors, to provide shirts and stuff and whatever we can, just to be able to do it next year. It's really cool show. All families, kids welcome, all ages. We're outdoors in between warehouses. You just got to drive by. It's a really cool event. It's made by graffiti writers for graffiti writers. So, the fact that we provide other stuff for families and stuff is really out of our way, but we love the fact that they can come and enjoy it also. We can't stay thinking like it's just for us. It's for everybody now. And the Borderland Jam has been growing in El Paso so much that it's almost taking over us. And that's really cool to have made and grown something from nothing to what it's become today. So
how long have you been throwing that annually?
Oh man, you know what? I'm not sure anymore because we've never not had a show. We've never not promoted. We've never not painted walls all over El Paso for free for people to look at. These shows started with us just inviting a lot of group of friends from out of town, from all over the U.S., from Chicago, Indianapolis, San Antonio, everything in Texas, California, Portland, our friends from New York, our friends from everywhere in the country, and it just turned into, it's a big event. Yeah. And it started off with just friends, and now we have a show. Yeah. So it's a really cool show. We have a lot of cool artists that fly in from everywhere just to paint El Paso for a Borderland Jam, which is really cool because we're really proud. Do you
feel like El Paso's showing more love now than they have before? I'd say now that it's growing the last 3 years, is it becoming, like you said, it's becoming bigger, but, has it always been, the thing to go to, or has it just kind of been recent?
Yeah, for sure. People show love, and we show love right back. Oh, yeah. More than anything, we just want to paint. Yeah. I'm always just, give me the paint.
Yeah, dude, that's one thing that I've always remembered about you, man. You always had a marker. You're always just writing. As a little kid, were you always writing on shit, writing on walls, just always creatively active? Or?
You know what? To every beast, there's a beauty, and I've been known to be a fucking beast. Nice. I have some stuff that, for the same reason, I don't really want to show my face too much today, but you'll see in the pictures a lot of work that I've done. Sometimes, especially in graffiti, you push yourself further than you thought you would with anything from as big as a pencil to spray paint to acrylics to oils to watercolor to everything, and I'm not gonna lie, I have used pencils illegally and lead pencils and pens and markers and maybe a couple spray paints and stickers and stuff, but so
craziest shit you've done. That craziest thing that's happened, on a mission, I guess, or one of the ones that that you can talk about? Or I don't know.
All right, cool. This one happened in Georgia, so I can say it because we're in Texas.
Cool. Yeah. Cool.
In Georgia, I was with the Goonies crew, man. I was with Acer, Me Too. At the time, I believe it was. I forgot who else. I can't think of the names at the moment. I'm sorry, but my family from GNS crew in Atlanta, and we were walking down one of their freeways, and from one exit to the other exit, it's about a mile. So for 1 mile, we walked with backpacks full of paint, just having fun through the whole side of the freeway.
Hell yeah.
Everything and anything was basically, handled by us. And by that, I mean, we were just painting everything. Well, right before we get to the exit sign, two cop cars pull us over in Georgia. I don't remember too much. I remember the cops wanted us to open our bags, and my friend Me Too was, he's a genius. He was saying, no, Gibes, don't open your bag. Don't open it. And I'm from Texas, so I'm thinking, like, what do you mean? Like, I can't. What am I going to tell the cop? He's in front of me. I can't say no.
You're in El Paso.
He tells me, shake your bag. And I have my backpack on full of spray paint. It's real rattly. And I start swaying it. I started swaying it really slow, just kind of like, uh-oh. And you can hear a couple of cans clink, clink, clink. And the cop's like, all right, you need to open your bag now. And I look at my friend Me Too, and he's like, no, you don't, Gibes. No, you don't. You don't have to open it. And, and I'm telling and I'm looking at both of them, and I'm telling the cop, hey, man, I just want to go home, dude. Like, we're like 2 blocks that way. Yeah. I have no idea where I am. I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, on their freeway with their cops and my friends that live out there. And the cop wants only me to open my freaking bag. You know what I mean? And we have paint dripping everywhere. You can see I always have paint everywhere. But that was one of the craziest nights, because getting arrested outside of outside of your home turf is never like the feeling. It's like waking up from a nightmare, So I guess it's more
had a few of those.
The intensity of it all.
Not
but
like
that was a close call. That was a close call for sure. I try not to do too much stuff like that. I'm getting old.
You're now jamming with the best. OneManJazz. We getting jazzy out here, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
So we're here sitting here with Eddie, aka OneManJazz, which is a local El Paso DJ, or at least that's how I met him. So Eddie, One Man, please.
What's good, brother?
Introduce yourself. Go ahead, man.
Hi, everybody. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say?
No, just your name, who you are, what do you do? Like, what's your presence here on Earth? You know what I mean? What do you do here on this so-called Earth?
My name's Eddie, and I go by the name. My stage name is OneManJazz, and I've been DJing since I can remember. Like 12, 13 was when I first was introduced to DJ culture. So this basically, I've been revolved around music, records, art, ever since I can remember.
So the whole DJ culture, ever since you could remember, I'm sure there was maybe a specific point at your life where you actually maybe got more involved with records. I don't know, maybe more of the digital aspect of it. How did you really fall in love with it, I guess?
To make a long story short, I used to go over to my grandmother's house, and I don't know if most people on the show are what the age bracket is, but she used to have a TV with like a turntable on top. You guys remember? You guys lift that shit up.
Yeah,
and
TV set up, everything, right?
Yeah. So after school, I would tell my mom to drop me off at grandma's house just to hear some music, you know. And she had a lot of tapes too, which really intrigued me at that time. So I don't know if most people also remember the East Side Story, like compilations. They were all oldies. Right? So that's how basically it all started with me. Is just falling in love with music, is going over to my grandma's house and just asking her to put on records, you know. And she was around like the soul, the funk. She had like obviously a lot of James Brown records, you know, anything, everywhere from like Nat King Cole. I remember in her collection she also had like John Coltrane, you know, Miles Davis, just to name a few. So that's how it all started, is just listening, you know, being just being open to just the way records like just played music. What really fascinated me, being so young, you know.
All right. So that's you as a younger cat. So let me ask you this: as a person who's learned about music and has learned the technique of DJing and mixing, nowadays that you go into a record store, like what are some of the things that you dig for? What are the crates that you're looking at? You know, you were introduced to like the soul and you know, the OGs, the classics as a youngin', but obviously, you know, the future just has a lot, you know, and you know, to look at.
Yeah.
So what are the things that you dig at nowadays?
I have a good answer to that, and just from traveling and really digging for records, especially in other cities, is you don't ever want to judge a record by its cover, like straight up. Sometimes you never know what you may find. There's been some like record covers that I found that didn't look so, like I want to say maybe so bright or elegant like other record covers. So basically, if you don't know who the artist is, and nowadays there's technology available, so like if you have a cell phone and you bump into a record and you may not have like a portable turntable to listen to that record, you can always like Google that artist or YouTube that artist to figure out what that record's all about, instead of just going through it and be like, nah, this isn't like a nice cover, so I'm just gonna like put it aside. You know, so to the audience, I basically can say is don't ever judge a book by its cover, because it might be some heat. It might be a dope break that you're looking for. If you're into like sampling, or if you're just looking for something rare, like a rare groove or whatnot, that would be my answer to that.
Dope. No, that's dope, man. And you mentioned a lot of breaks, and obviously, I mean, I'm aware that you know your history, you know the tracks, and because of that, I know you're one of the, for at least I think, the first DJs that, when there's jams and things like that happening here in the local area, because I know there's a lot of break dancers out here. I know you're one of the first cats that they reach out for as far as being the house DJ for the battles and shit. So I don't know. Talk to me a little bit about the whole breakdancing scene out here in El Paso, because I know it's big and it exists.
You know, I have a good answer to that too. Basically, when it comes to the b-boy culture and the format of the way the music is played throughout the jam, is I've experienced the format. You know, just being around DJs like DJ Lean Rock, you know what I mean? That's just to name one. J Rock for the Beat Junkies. DJ Babu is another one. So just being a kid and like really studying them at that time when I lived in LA, you know, I studied how b-boy events are run, you know what I mean? From beginning to end. And not just being there as a spectator, it's really just studying the art form and how it's run also as a business. You know, so when it comes to an event, I'm also business orientated. Like I make sure that everything goes as correctly, especially with music. Music is the most important thing, especially in dance culture, right? So it's like anything. It's like it has its introduction, it has its peak, and then you kind of bring people down slowly, you know?
Cool, man.
So
no, that's cool, man. And I guess just kind of going a little bit off of that, what are some of the other events that you're called for, that you're booked for, other than the b-boy jams here? I know we've hit you up personally for art shows, but you know, I'm curious to, you know, who else is looking for your sound, or who else is intrigued with that underground, you know?
Well, lately I've actually been taking a break from DJ culture, not really like DJing as much. I'm more focused on my production. So you got to pick and choose your battles, you know? You can't win everyone. So I can't be out there DJing like 24/7 and then still trying to have like a precise production. You know what I mean? So right now it's time for me to just take a break from the scene and just focus more on like the production side of things. You know? So,
you know, now that you mentioned production and stuff, what's your sound like, or is there a description for it? Is it something that you kind of got to hear to know?
There's influences. As some people, if they tune in, they'll hear like some snippets of what's to come for my first EP.
All right.
So I would describe it as, you know, it has influences from like disco, mixed with like the future sound, you know, artists such as K Tronada, you know, Sango, La Kim would be just a few that I can name that are kind of relevant to the style that I want to bring to the table. So it's not necessarily that sound, but it's definitely like a compliment.
Yeah, definitely.
You know.
Yeah, you mentioned Sango, man, and I remember specifically not too long ago you actually opened up for Sango.
I did,
and you know, the whole Selection family. And I don't know, as far as I'm concerned, like to me that's a big deal. So like mad props for catching that and being the dude who played right before Sango. What was that like, dude? You know, like
I don't know,
dude, everything.
It was a pretty amazing experience, especially tapping into the people like that were like at the show. When you captivate a certain crowd like at an event like that, it's very special. You know, it's not it's very inspiring just what music can actually do. Like not being like at a top 40 club or being in front of like a Grammy Award nominee winning artist. You know, this is more like it's made something out of nothing, and it's just become like a beautiful thing. You know, so like to be a part of that and to see people really interact and be a part of it, like not just me as a DJ or the person who's rocking. I think it's most important that all people come together and really be a part of that energy, you know. So that's another reason why I've taken a break from DJ culture, because it's not about me as the sole artist, you know what I mean? It's about the culture as a whole. So taking a stand and really like dissecting it once again to kind of just elevate myself and how to really represent myself in the culture, you know? So.
Oh yeah, no, I think you've done a great job as far as I could say. And I guess now that you're getting into more of the production and, you know, you're really focusing on that, is there any plans for maybe like an album, some singles?
Yeah, for sure.
Like where are you dropping these bombs at, like SoundCloud, or is it all personal right now? You're just working, or
no SoundCloud? Taking a different route. I don't know if most people are familiar with Bandcamp, like to find you know, like really really dope artists that are out there in the world. So I really want to take that route, and I want people to actually look for the music. SoundCloud is something that's available to everybody. Everybody's knows SoundCloud, you know what I mean? That's not the route I want to take. I want to just create masterpieces and like for people to look for them, you know what I mean? Definitely. So right now, once the EP is done, I'm looking for a specific mastering engineer to actually complete the project. All right. So
dope, man.
But it'll be in a few months. And
for sure, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that, man. Is there any on this project that you're working on? Is there any other local cats that you're kind of collaborating with?
No, this is a solo project, and it's. I mean, some artists would say it's like a beat tape, you know, or what you say, like 14KT or DiBiase, like when they release their beat tapes.
Okay.
But it's not necessarily. Like when you say a beat tape, it's like every beat's like no more than like 2 minutes and 44 seconds. That would be considered like a beat tape, right?
Sweet.
But all these tracks are full. They're full tracks. But I'm not too sure if I'm considering on like having vocals on them.
Okay.
So it's just like a straight instrumental album.
All right. Dope, man. That sounds dope. Is there any other projects or shows that you're kind of working on right now? I know last year you, Systematic, and DJ Surreal were rocking some shit down at Night Owl, like some fire stuff that I don't know, it's just a shame that like there was so many little people there, and I feel like you guys were just dropping some crazy heat that nobody was there to listen to. You know what I mean? So, is there any projects like that that are coming around?
Now that you just mentioned that, is that we have something that we're brainstorming already for the Visionaries, the anniversary.
For sure.
Anybody who hears like, and I'm sure they'll once you released the date already. When was the date?
It's gonna be February 26th and 27th.
February 26th, 27th.
Yeah.
And this is gonna be your 1 year anniversary, right?
1 year anniversary. Yeah. Nice. We had the little show last year, and of course,
which was pretty amazing. Like,
we had to reach out to you. We had to reach out to Systematic. Ended up being a 2-day event at the end of the day, but you guys covered the first night, which worked well. And I know for this 2nd year anniversary, we want to, you know, get y'all again, but add DJ Surreal onto you guys, you know, because I mean, I heard that, and that was heat, dude. That was fucking heat, man.
And we have something prepared, like that's,
yeah.
You know, hopefully the listeners out there and anybody who can make it out would be very much appreciated. Not just for the experience, just to see what the Visionaries, you know, have to offer, and yeah, man, it'll be great.
Cool, man. So, as far as you know, I know I asked you already about who you dig for, you know, who you're looking for as far as when you're digging through crates.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's also a difference between the stuff you play outside, you know, for people, and there's a difference between the stuff that you personally listen to. And is there a big difference there? Is there like some little secret gems that one man listens to kind of you know what I mean, get inspired? Or
I don't know about secret gems, but maybe like one of my ultimate favorite producers of all time is David Axelrod. So anything that he's written in the past, and he was a producer from like the 60s and 70s, and he was definitely a pioneer at his time, you know, and his fusion into not just like religion per se, but his frequency had a lot to do with spirituality, like in terms, it's like the easiest way I can put it. So anybody out there who is open to like those particular sounds that really open you up would be David Axelrod. He did that for me. So that's stuff that I personally listen to. Like you'll find some breaks in there, like here and there. Like you can maybe get away with playing that, like at an opening per se, like at an art show or whatnot. But it rarely gets played. But it's beautiful music.
Sweet, man. Yeah, dude, that's dope. That you mentioned a little bit of spirituality and stuff, and I think personally music and spirituality have some sort of connection. I don't know what it is yet, but I think I hear it when you go on, when you hop on stage, you know, you really put your heart and soul out there. And I know, you know, we've kind of talked a little bit about traveling and you know, some potential for the future. Is there any spots that you'd like to hit up?
Well, definitely Peru. Peru would probably be my number one at this.
Sweet. Hell yeah.
Like in my lifetime, like put it in that bucket list, you know? Like that's...
And like, so let's hypothetically speaking, let's say you're in Peru. What are you gonna look for? Are you gonna look for sounds? Are you gonna be a sponge and absorb everything in general? You know what I mean? I think so.
Definitely music would be one of my priorities.
Okay.
But also ayahuasca would be my main priorities is to go into Peru, you know?
Yeah,
and the women, because the women, let me tell you, beautiful.
Nah, for sure, dude. Nah, that's what's up, dude. I think we're definitely, we still got to complete that mission like we've spoke about before this. But yeah, I'm kind of stuck. I don't know. Is there any future shows or future personal projects besides the album, of course, you know?
I am speaking to a couple of traveling agencies right now.
Okay.
So I might be traveling here in a few months. See what happens.
Sweet. Traveling as far as
for music.
Yeah. Okay.
Like as a touring DJ, so I'll be backing up artists on tour.
Sweet.
So
is there any artists that you've opened up for already besides Sango? I know we already talked about Sango, but is there other people that, you know, I guess your experience as far as opening up for
like
people
recently or like
just in general? I think when I first saw you was a long time ago. I just moved into El Paso, maybe 6 months, and Talib Kweli was here.
I did
at the Garden.
I've opened up with Talib like 3 times.
Straight up.
So he's a cool cat. Let me just to name a few. I mean, just for people to really understand where I come from, is the Black Sheep.
Right.
With most people, you know, early 90s hip hop. I got a chance to open up for the Black Sheep. Large Professor. I also used to be Prince Poe's DJ, which is the other half of Organized Confusion. Most people recognize Pharoah.
Yeah.
You know, Simon Says. Yeah. But yeah, he was So I got to see like Philly, Detroit. I never been to New York though. That's one main goal, and it's one of these days for sure.
Dope. Cool, man. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast, and we look forward to hearing some of these future sounds that you have to create. And if anybody wants to catch One Man, Systematic, and DJ Surreal the next time they all three perform at the same time, it's gonna have to be here at Glassbox for that Visionary show on the 26th and 27th.
Cool, man.
February.
I'm looking forward to it. And I just thank Xuco UnderGround.com for having me and just being a part of the movement.
Sweet, man.
So much love to all the listeners out there.
Cool. Thank you.
Commissary, books, letters, Polaroids that you sent me. Erase mistakes put away for a while. Sorry for the tears, things that broke your smile. It's a new day, let's start a new phase. Can't wait, open up the gates. Happy to see you every Sunday. I hold your hands, helps me escape. When I get out, let's go on a double date. Take a friend for my cellmate. Got your name tattooed on my arm. Rustic nail didn't cause no harm. It's your attitude when you roll your lips. What's for lunch? Dr. Pepper and chips. Wrote a poem with something like this. Kept away from the solar eclipse.
Hey Jenny, thank you for the commissary
and the books, love letters that you sent me. So glad you didn't forget me.
Hey Jenny, thank you for the commissary
and the books, love letters that you sent me. So glad you didn't forget me. 2 months, my release date. We'll go to dinner, take you out on a date. Can't wait. Been lifting weights, getting back in shape. Our love's taking shape with your money. I bought honey buns, drew a picture for you, honey bun. My perfect love, please have my son. When days are cloudy, you are my son. Ray, say hi to my homie Ray. Tovin Park, old school essays. Stay in school, writing essays. Study hard, don't stay up late. We had sex and you were late. 2 childhoods at Planned Parenthood. Things were different growing up in the hood. Drew you like a princess on my car hood. Phone check, homie. Ah, no se crea, mi Zyme, qué rollo. Say, homie, si le podemos echar un poquillo. Tengo que hablarle a mi ruca. Haven't heard from her in a minute, man, and I see you doing your love thing, but you know, I got this girl tripping on me. I gotta call this girl, man, she fucking tripping. I ain't heard from her in weeks and shit. No me haga pinche commissary, la verga. Hey baby, I called but you don't answer. My homie's wife texted your ass but you don't answer. What's wrong? You haven't written to me. How the fuck are my kids? Why you tripping on me? I thought I told you crazy ass to call Apodaca to get a bail bond to get my ass out this howler. You're the reason that I'm here in the first place. I bet you and Sancho way past third base. I could see it now, chilling in my chancla, sitting on my side of the couch, smacking your nalgas. What about all those nights up at Scenic Drive? Or that time at Ascarate when I made you cry? Remember? Had my middle finger way inside until the pinche mira cock blocked and flashed his light. Anyways, didn't mean to sound scary. I just called to ask about my commissary.
Hey Jenny, thank you for the commissary
and the books, love letters that you sent me. So glad you didn't forget me.
Hey Jenny, thank you for the commissary
and the books, love letters that you sent me. So glad you didn't forget me.
Anyways,
Okay, this is Javier Martinez, Xuco UnderGround, sitting here with FuyaRadio, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Cool. Zyme One and Metafisix.
Yes, sir.
That's right, nice.
So
not to we also have like 23 members that are missing.
Oh, yeah, you guys are a whole collective, right, of artists?
It's us, DJ Metronics, DJ Sounds, F and Danny Boy, and our friend Diluted Thought.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're all 6 of us.
6 of you
Did you
guys.
count 6, man?
All 6 of us.
All 6 of us.
Wow. So how do you guys get started?
Um,
Did you guys start all 6 at once,
wow,
or?
man.
Well, it starts before, like, it started before I even, like, became.
Oh.
Well, let me. One day, after, because see, when I first started rapping, I couldn't really rap. I can't even rap
You can't rap
today. But Metro's gave me shit, and he started calling me 50 takes instead of 50 Cent. Because I was taking like 50 takes to record a song, and he was frustrated. So then I guess he had this thought, and he was like, "Yo, Zyme, we should start a crew, man, like a radio station, and we'll play the shit that we want." So we started off as a podcast, and and Metafisix happened to have like an extra microphone, an extra condenser mic. So we started borrowing his microphone, and he would come over and hang out. And so eventually, like, he became part of the podcast.
That's the only reason they wanted me around.
Yeah, because he had the extra microphone.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been in,
It's
man.
like, fuck this guy.
So FuyaRadio was originally a podcast.
We were a podcast.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, and then from there, we just gained some homies, and we jumped a few homies in, and from there we became a crew.
Don't act like we're a gang. We went and had a buffet with people, and if they could hang, then they could hang.
No,
buffet.
no, you're making us overweight and fat.
No,
and unhealthy.
we made us overweight and unhealthy.
No, what happened was that my homie Metronics, like most other homies, like he knew that my homie sounds, so we brought sounds in the crew, and then of course I met Physics through Metronics because all these beats that I had for this album he ended up giving them to Metafisix because he rapped better than me. And then anyhow that's how we became crew. And then along the way we added Diluted Thought, and then we added F and Danny Boy. And does that add up 6?
And then we had Timmy Fats in the crew for like 8 minutes.
And then we got him out because he wasn't hanging. So in other words, it's more like a familia type of thing. Like it's not just like, oh, we're gonna let you in. Like you gotta put in work, and at the same time, like we have to have some type of connection as far as artists. You know? So,
yeah. Do you guys all perform at the same time at every show as FuyaRadio?
So
all 6 of you show up.
So real life decided to like just start taking us down one by one.
Uh-oh.
You know, kids, families,
kids ruin
wives,
everything.
jobs, and so
They do.
I that is not the view of Metafisix.
They ruin fucking everything.
That's not my view.
You can't even do a show no more because you gotta change Pampers.
I think kids are beautiful creatures, and they deserve the same amount of respect.
Beautiful
that
creatures
we
of
get.
God.
Yeah, no, the kids are cool, man. I guess God hasn't dealt me with the curse, you know.
You're gonna have a kid soon. Just wait. Just a little you. Just a little. A little shit.
I don't want to make babies. I only want to practice, man.
There you go.
You guys start playing shows at Chuck E. Cheese's.
I know.
Take all the kids, right?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Zyme's the rat.
I'm sorry, man, for interrupting. You were saying.
Oh no, yeah. So life happened, and essentially it just boiled down to me and Zyme.
Okay.
We still make music actively.
Yeah.
No, let's backtrack. You left for like fucking 2 years in Corpus. After a while, I was like, yo, what up? My name is Zyme One, and shit, the only member right now for fucking doing shows here in El Paso.
Did he take his condenser mic with him?
He did, but I have my own now.
We weren't
Got my
friends
own
for
shit.
2 years. No, but yeah, so it's just him and I that perform with our DJ Lenovo laptop.
Okay.
So
we recently got we got one of those little launch pads, and that shit's amazing. We're gonna use that for our shows.
Nice.
It's gonna be cool.
So do you guys have an EP out or anything as FuyaRadio? Because I know you both have 2 individual ones, right? They're coming out soon.
We actually just recently started doing songs together.
Okay.
Like finally.
Yeah, but we basically have 2 albums. Finally, I've been working on it forever, and I know he's been working at it for a while.
Yeah, you just released one, right?
Yeah, he finally released this album, and
I clearly have things to learn, and then his is the memories of
Melancholy Cholas, and it's gonna be released by
digitally. It's been announced, right? The 15th.
Yeah, digitally is gonna be the January the 15th.
If this comes out before January 15th, then get it on January 15th. If you hear this afterwards, it's out on iTunes and Spotify and Google Play.
Yeah, as well as Metafisix is out.
All that crap.
I clearly got things to learn. It's already out. It's fucking amazing, right? Get on Google Play, and
It's pretty
after
good.
you download your porn and whatnot, so you can also play this album and shit.
Play me during your
Good
porn.
stuff.
Play
Good
you
stuff.
during the porn.
Yes.
Yeah. So when was your first show as FuyaRadio?
Oh,
That's a good one, man.
Our first show is FuyaRadio as a collective or just like
FuyaRadio on the flyer. You
I
guys
don't
show
want.
up.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say. I mean, I put Zyme One on.
You can tell them, man. It's cool. Even though I'll stage all you motherfuckers that night.
Whatever. Well, no, you just jumped off the stage.
Jumped up.
We did our first show as FuyaRadio maybe 2006.
Yeah, I think so, man.
Around 2006, yeah.
Hitting 10 years then, right?
As FuyaRadio, yeah, we're hitting the 10-year mark, and we've been crew for a couple years before that.
Okay.
So, when we originally did it, we had the DJs and we had Diluted Thought here.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 3 MCs and the DJ. He moved to Nevada, so we keep it going now.
Cool.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, things happen, kids happen, divorces and divorces. Is that a word?
Divorces. That's fine. Yeah.
Divorce happens.
Gooses.
Gooses happen. Everything happens, man, and that was it. That was the end of not at the end of the crew, but everybody has life going on, and so now it's just Physics and I,
Yeah.
and we're still holding it down for all the homies, because even when the other homies are not with us, we still rep the crew, and
Okay.
even when he was out there in Corpus, I still rep the crew, because it's not just like we're a family, like you know, that's how I feel. So gotta rep it regardless.
So were you performing in Corpus when you were out there?
I did a couple shows.
Yeah.
There's not really a big scene out in Corpus. So I did, towards the tail end of my time out there, I did like this backyard house party type thing.
Yeah.
It was actually really dope. And then their monthly art walk, which turned out really good. But
Nice.
yeah, there wasn't any traction to really
But now you're back here in Xuco.
had to come back. It was time to come back.
How long have you been here? Or been back, I guess.
Well, I moved in summer 2013.
Okay.
And then came back summer 2015. So I was there for 2 years, and it's what I needed.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to write the album I wrote
Nice.
if I didn't leave for those 2 years.
So you really got some inspiration from getting away.
I grew up, man.
Yeah.
You go out on your own and you live out there with no one helping you. You kind of just have to, you realize have to
Fend
be an
for
adult.
yourself. Yeah.
It's crazy. So
Wow.
it was good.
So, do you guys still perform individually, or when you guys perform, you always perform as FuyaRadio and do each other's songs?
Well, yeah. Sometimes, I mean, as a collective, it's pretty cool, because, like, say for example, Metafisix gets a show and they just want him on, which is totally fine, and he'll do a solo set and still rep the crew, and same for me. Sometimes I've done a solo sets, and then there's times where one of us gets sick or whatever, so we just go perform our own set. But usually when it's FuyaRadio, we share a set, and we might do like a song together, a song that he hates called Hangover. He hates that fucking song.
It's as old as our friendship.
Oh,
It's a good song, man.
It's old.
It is okay. People like
It's
like
timeless.
to perform. It's timeless.
Damn time.
You want to perform it now?
Hey, no, I don't. No, what makes the dynamic with Zyme and I really, as you can tell, Zyme is very like high energy, like very in your face.
okay.
And I'm not. I'm the complete opposite. So it's a good middle ground.
Yeah, you guys complete each other.
Yeah, we complete each other.
Oh.
You had me at oh yeah.
So, what are some inspirations, individually and collectively?
Go ahead.
Individually,
Musically or just
like
I guess.
music-
Well,
musically, I assume, right?
like
just
just
life?
in general, because you guys are creative. So,
Well, thanks, man.
what
I think it
gets
just
you guys
has to do
going?
like as far as the music, man. Like we have fun with it. Like not downing on any rapper out there.
But you're about to.
Yeah, but there's a lot of rappers out there that take this shit too seriously. Every song sounds like they want to murder somebody. They're always pissed off.
When I pull the ratchet out,
Yeah, and whatever happened
the
about
guns go boom.
about just writing hip hop about life and shit that people can relate to and have fun with it along the way. And I think that's how we connect, because we write about everyday life. And I mean, and that's how I feel. And like for example, like this album, like that I recently wrote that's gonna be out. I wrote it about all the cholas from my past and shit, and a chola that almost got me shot, and all these cholas that introduced me into drugs made this album. You see, so it's about life, and I think that's how Metafisix can connect as well, because he's talking about a life changing experience.
It's
being in
just
Corpus,
everyday.
right?
Yeah, it's just everyday stuff that I'm inspired by everyday things from people. You know, every person you meet has a story, and I usually want to know it, and you get inspired by shit like that.
Yeah. So you guys are writing about real life situations, pretty much.
You don't need to know what's in my cup. I don't want to tell you what club I get turned up in.
Yeah, nobody wants to know that.
It's
shit.
not. It's not lit in my music.
Yeah, like
it is
we don't
not
really
lit at
like
all.
music where dudes are rapping about making music. Like that shit's boring.
If I could find a happy middle ground where I write really like provocative thoughts while women shake ass to that song, that'd be great. But I just haven't found that middle ground yet.
But I guess in a sense, we also like mainstream. Do you like mainstream music?
Like
I
Lil
like it for
Wayne?
the
Don't act like you like mainstream music.
Now let me tell you why I like mainstream. I mean, the
I
shit
hate
sucks.
radio rappers. You just did like a little picture where you're mad dogging Drake.
I know that was funny, right? And no. What I'm saying is, I don't mind
love.
that music when you're at the club and you're drinking and you see the women shaking it. Like you don't care, give a fuck what they're dancing to.
You could just watch the music video on mute.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
watch the
Something I
women.
do. I mute the. I recently muted that video by Tyga, that Rex City bitch or whatever that song is called. And
Tyga.
Tyga.
Well,
Tyga.
fucking Tyga. I checked out that video and I swear I felt like I was at a strip joint. It inspired me so much. I felt like spending my fucking pension at a titty joint the next day.
Did
Just
you?
throwing dollars at your laptop.
I started wilding now, start pouring dick around myself and my shit, because that's how rappers do, man.
Sounds like a party.
It was a personal party.
It's a blast.
Big ups to Tyga. I heard he got in trouble recently.
Oh, poor guy.
You heard about that shit?
Know what happened? Tyga.
Tyga?
Hold on, let me hear you tell this story.
I forget Tyga was just being a perv, but then again, this chick looks older, and he hit up this girl and shit, and this model, yo, girl, what up, man? You want to suck my dick? Be in my record label at the same time. And then this girl was like, I'm 14. Oh no! So that got Tyga in some trouble.
She said she was 17 though.
Yeah, she lied,
lied
man.
about her
She
age.
lied. Yeah. Why she lying like that, man? You know Tyga wanted to smash. Shit happens.
Well, he did. He kind of he has a track record with what's that Jenner girl?
I don't know.
Kylie Jenner.
Caitlyn Jenner.
One of the Jenners.
See, a motherfucker like me, I waited till Selena Gomez was of age to be like, fuck, I want to fuck her. Even me as just a unknown local rapper. She's
You
fucking fine.
had the thought at 16, but you didn't say it until 18. Is that what you're trying to
She's
tell
so
me?
beautiful. Like, seriously, I look at her and I wonder, like, damn, who hears her fart at night?
I
and
can't
shit?
wait till you're
sexy.
18.
Oh man.
Selena Gomez, if you're out there, girl, and you're hearing
We'll
this,
put you
come
on the
down.
practice squad till you're 18.
Come down, girl. Come down.
Hit up FuyaRadio.
Hit up FuyaRadio.
Call you up to the
and
majors.
We're gonna get all up
man.
in that shit.
So a
I
lot of
seen
it-
Spring Breakers got my dick hard.
Please get away from me.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, man. Sorry, back to the
Oh.
story. Just gotta have to get it out there.
So as far as your music, do you guys do a lot of freestyle, or you guys write everything down first?
I write everything.
Yeah.
He freestyles though.
You don't lie? No, I don't freestyle.
No.
I'm bad at freestyling.
So you got to sit
Don't
there.
embarrass myself.
He's just being very humble right now.
Oh.
But when I met him, he was a freestyle rapper and he was battling all kinds of dudes,
Oh.
which he had beef with. But now they're like our friends. Why?
They're
because
on.
people
They're
grow
on
up.
my album now.
We're all cool and shit, right? But yeah, he could freestyle.
Okay.
He still has it in him too.
Is that? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do for sure.
That's cool.
I can't freestyle for shit.
So I know you guys
can't
went
rap.
out for Halloween,
rap,
right?
Huh?
You guys went out for Halloween to
Yeah,
Marfa.
the dudes from Electric Social asked us
Big
if we
ups.
can do the show in Marfa.
Shout out to Electric Social.
Shout out to Electric Social, all the bands, and it was fun. That was a blast, man. It was. I mean, we were the only hip hop act, so
Okay.
it kind of stood out like a sore thumb. It's
Where'd you guys play?
Padres.
Marfa.
Padres.
Yeah.
I mean, have you played there?
I haven't played there, but I
You've
know
been
of
to?
it. Yeah.
I felt so bad, man, because we were like the only hip hop act, and we don't have a DJ. So, like, you see all these bands lugging all their equipment, and we just rolled up lugging our big bodies to Marfa, Texas.
You guys are
to
buddy
rap.
lifting a laptop.
And it kind of took us just as long to get our bodies on stage as they did all
Yeah,
their
well,
equipment.
we ripped it. People liked it, man. See, that's one thing. See,
Yeah.
we weren't up there with busting shit about swag or anything. We were rapping about being fat. What else did we rap about? Rapped about
Obvious
cholas,
things.
obvious things. What other songs did you do, man? I know you see
We're overweight. You have a gap in your teeth. My eyes are too close together. Just, our imperfections.
It's the signature gap, man.
The signature gap.
Mind the
Yeah,
gap.
yeah. So people loved those, man. That
Yeah.
was pretty cool, and it was just dope. Like,
Was that your first time going out of town as a group?
No, we've done shows. We went on tour in 2011.
Wow.
And it was just small. It was like New Mexico.
Okay.
But it was fun. We did it with our homies, Faceless,
Okay.
from Las Cruces. And that was our first encounter as on the road every day.
yeah, that was a lot of fun, man.
So this time it was just, all right, let's go. We went in the morning, did the show, and then drove back after the show.
Oh wow.
But we waited for everyone.
Okay.
To
So you got
to
back
finish.
like at 4 in the morning or something.
About 3:30, 4 o'clock. Yeah.
It's not that far,
We were the
man.
first group there, right? Because
Yeah.
I wanted to check out the town, and we must have checked it out in 10 minutes.
It's like one street. Well, that's really cool that you guys stuck around to see all the groups. I mean, it's important to support.
Well, they're all
right?
good groups. I
Yeah.
mean, every one of them has their own. We got to watch chamanas
Yeah.
just like in a regular setting.
That's
And
awesome.
those dudes are like doing big festivals now.
Yeah.
So it was
They're really
it was
cool.
fun.
That was exciting, man. Because well, I had never heard of them, but then we do this show with them, and then of course you're like, he told me, Physics introduced me to them, and then I check them out, and it's like, oh fuck, they're doing things. It's dope, right? Because I mean, Physics agrees. Like, we're that type of dude, a type of group that like we like to we like to just root for everybody that's doing shit, and like Chamanas is a local group, and they're getting out there, and this year they're gonna be on Vive Latino, so it was really dope to do it open for them. And then we did a La Parada, and we opened for them again.
Wow.
So it's freaking dope, because why, like, if they make it, and I think they will, then we could honestly be like, yeah, fucking FuyaRadio, we open for Chamanas and shit. Put that down on our list of groups we've done shows with and shit. So
Any other plans to go out of town again anytime soon?
I'm in the preliminary stages of something in May. I want to do like a 2-3 week thing.
Wow. Which direction do you want to go?
West.
West
am I
Coast?
going with you?
Maybe. Still thinking about it.
Okay.
If it's in the budget. No, I'm just fucking with you. No, yeah, all the way up to Seattle.
Oh, cool.
But it's just routing it perfectly.
Yeah.
'Cause the routing aspect of making sure all the dates are. Planning a tour sucks.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of that
It's
right now.
pretty shitty, man.
It works out.
So, and then you never know who you're going to deal with as far as venues and people and all that. But
And if they're gonna pay you,
if they're going to pay you, right now I guess it's really, I just released an album. I'm trying to merchandise to see exactly what I want to present.
Okay.
And then he's doing the same thing.
Cool.
So I think once we get that, then we'll feel comfortable touring.
So one last thing is, where can people find your music? Where can they buy your
The Bronco.
EP? The
You can
Bronco
buy my
on Alameda.
I sell my own bootlegs at the Bronco.
Your own bootleg.
Yours too, Zyme.
Really?
$3.
Oh.
Wow. Fuck yeah, the Bronco. You know what's so flattering about bootlegging and shit? Well, besides a teenager hitting me up once and that's telling me, yo, man, I heard your music, you're dope. And you're like, I don't remember selling you an album, dog. And he's like, oh, he got all like scared. And I'm like, what's up? And he's like,
You punked the kid?
yeah, I didn't punk him. But he was all like, I burned that from my cousin. I'm like, fucking burn it for your whole fucking high school. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
It's all love.
Okay.
And so,
You punked a kid.
I didn't punk him, man.
Where'd you get that CD from?
Where'd you get that CD from,
Little
son?
boy.
You owe me $3.
Which got on my 40. No, and then another occasion, this girl that I happen to know was all like, yo, Zyme, I got your CD, man. She's dope. And I'm like, I don't remember selling you one. Nah, well, I went on a date with this dude and I saw your CD in his car, so I borrowed it and never gave it back, and I didn't fuck him either. And I was like, cool. Thanks.
That's a lot of information to give you for no reason.
I know. I think she wanted. I felt like that was like a gateway of telling me like, "Sign fuck me," because I like your music.
That's very nice.
Dude, the day we,
Very polite.
that's when you know you're famous as a musician. Have you ever been fucked for your music? Done.
Once.
Yeah.
You have?
I don't know. Maybe.
Don't put that boy on the spot.
I'm sorry, man. Look at you. You got all
All right.
red.
Come on now.
I'm sorry.
might-
You're fucking famous already. Then
Oh.
you're famous for sure.
So to answer your question,
yeah.
you could find us on. You can find our music on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, SoundCloud.
Yeah. Follow you guys on
Facebook.
Facebook and
just-
Instagram,
Yes,
all that.
Metafisix. His
Alright.
is Zyme One, ZYME
Yeah, or for
space
the
one.
for what for
To
the,
find just to find you. Zyme Music.
just Zyme Music. You find us, and we can be friends, and you can send us messages.
Nice. All
We
right.
we're like people
We like-
rappers. We're cool.
FuyaRadio.
All people are people rappers.
No.
Oh, okay.
Fucking Kanye West is
We're
an
not.
asshole.
We're not going. Okay. Well, that's unnecessary.
Bitch all the time. He used to be dope.
So yeah, find us online.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks for coming, guys. Talking to Xuco UnderGround.
That was
for
it.
having
man.
us.
That's it.
Let's just keep on talking,
No
man.
way.
Get Zyme out of here.
No.
Goodbye, everybody.
You guys Carta Blancas and shit. Or?
Yeah. All right.
Yo, I was raised by a stern dad. Some would say he was the worst man. Others say he's so genuine, shirt off his back when you need a kind of gentleman. And my mother's been the loving type, making miracles when we didn't have our money rights. You gotta admire that resilience. I'm sure she wouldn't lose that trade if we were filthy rich. But we weren't and we still aren't. Two juxtaposed beings helped me build art. As a youth, I was scorned with a chill start. Didn't break out of my shell until I skilled bars. Grew too fast, I had to be a man. Bow tie, button up, and some pleated pants. Learned early that it's time that I keep a plan. But all I wanted to do was be Peter Pan. Yo, with the age I regressed, I can go and play adult any day and impress. I found myself fading as the days were congest, losing sight of what I felt was right, a slow death. Damn, y'all, it's hard to breathe. Difficult to open up here, so part of me. Every person I met has played a part of me. With every song, I just hope you take a part of me. And even if you only get it partially, at least you tried to understand what fell apart with me. And that's a lot of parts to speak of, but I have come way too far, it's time to speak up. And every day I wake up, I want to fly away to a land where I won't ever have to change. But I understand that time won't let me stray. Won't let me stray. Won't let me stray. Won't let me stray. Yo, and shouldering the pressure of the pain could potentially drive me insane. I write to release what's conceived on the brain. Create a paper trail for the ways I've changed. I think I'm changing for the better. Poverty of life got me prepped for the weather. Thoughts have been sending through being a wordsmith. If you become a phoenix out the ash, then you've earned it. My heart is comprised of every empty promise, every meaningful light tied in a pretty sonnet. Gift to rapping with paper that mismatches a tone. That's life, there's not a time that I didn't want it. See, I've accepted all the phrase, and my sewing skills lack, but I'll stitch it anyway. I'm not looking back on the tears of my frame, I'm just picking up the pieces of myself, namaste. See, this here's a renovation. Open up the chambers of my heart and I'ma rent the spaces. You feel that it's worth it, then patience is a must. Once I'm done, then it's yours for the taking. See, I refuse to be defined by my past, but I use it as a guide on this path. See, I refuse to be defined by my past, but it taught me that my soul is built to last. And every day I wake up, I want to fly away to a land where I won't ever have to change. But I understand that time won't let me stray. 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 Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. But all I wanted to do was be Peter Pan. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. But all I wanted to do was be Peter Pan. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. But all I wanted to do was be Peter Pan. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. But all I wanted to do was be Peter Pan. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing. Said I had to keep it playing.